in his absence and given a 50, has had the chance to call Harry Maguire up. I think there's a strong chance he might do that. So with Maguire flying for Manchester United, potentially having a call up to the England squad back on the cards, with a World Cup happening in 99 days' time from now, this is not good timing for Harry Maguire. But we ought to stress that he has always maintained his innocence, that he's done nothing wrong, and crucially, even though he has been found guilty in his absence and given a 15-month suspended sentence out in Greece, that suspended sentence means he will serve jail time. It's almost a legal progression, if you like. Of course, it means he's got to behave himself. It means if there's any further any further issue with the way that he behaves, if he ever goes back to Greece, and I can't imagine him doing that, he could be immediately sent to prison. But we don't expect that to happen. And I think you have to say that really this is a progression of the legal case and another...
Yeah, it's going to be a case of we're going to have games where it's going to be back and forth at least to at least we get to maybe March or April. So it's just a case of how we respond in most of these games. It's a case of, can we continue to go on a run? I think we really need to put together a nice, strong run of form. And I just think it's going to be back and forth for a while. And I think a lot of people are looking at the fact that we're sitting 6 points ahead, which is comfortable at this time of the year. But at the same time, you still got a lot of ground to make. I mean, this week is pivotal. We've got to play Brentford this week, of course, and so we've got to try to find a way to get 3 points out of these games because we can't drop points. The room for error at the top is very, very small.
Matthew, you were doing that just before. You haven't been able to do that too often up until recently, but I'm just wondering, Matthew, is it about managing the squad? Because Gyökeres comes off the bench, he gets a couple of goals. Havertz comes off the bench, gets a goal against Chelsea, even though it was last kick again against Chelsea, and you got a little bit lucky. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Matthew, but do you think it's a case of now Arteta managing that squad between now and the season? Because I think when Gyökeres starts, I think it's easier for defenders to play against him, and introduce him from the bench. It's a different sort of challenge for opposition, as Havertz, as Jesus as well. Do you think that's the key to Arsenal getting over the line between now and the end of the season?
I think it's a combination of a few things. I think it's form. I think that the striker is finally starting to find his foot. And one of the things that I've held on to this season is that if we can get the fire